We're on.
All right. Yo, baby. Yo. Let's start the show. Wait, that sounds really bad coming out of my voice.
Redo
I'm
that.
Trader Andy with the Stack Tack podcast. I'm filling in for Jeff, who couldn't be with us today. To my left is Nick. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Not much. What are you up to?
Nothing much.
You look awake. You look ready to go.
Yeah, 4 hours of sleep up at 4 a.m. Here I am.
That's
I'm
me
gonna pass
every
out right
day,
after
man.
this, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we're gonna go over the waiver wires article that Nick wrote up, and we're gonna go from there, and then go through a couple games during the week, and then we'll get everyone set up for this weekend. All right, so we're gonna start with the running back first.
Yep.
All right. So who you got there, Nick? Who's your
Well,
top?
I mean, the big news of the week, and I think it's pretty obvious, was the Derrick Henry injury. That's crushing. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Potentially 6 to 10 weeks, they say. I mean, he's out. If you have an IR spot, I mean, obviously you're going to throw him in your IR spot. But I mean, he's pretty much droppable at this point. If you get news that he might be coming back earlier, yeah, maybe throw a little swing on him for a pickup. But at this point, he's droppable, which puts us in the big question: what do you do for pickups? Who do you add? 80-year-old Adrian Peterson just got signed by the Titans. He is now the de facto RB1, at least the goal to go back. But then you have Jeremy Mcnichols, who will factor in as a PPR back. They signed Devonta Freeman, but right now, I mean, if you're in a PPR league, I'm going for Mcnichols because he actually gets the Jets, believe it or not. He had 12 targets, I think it was.
Yeah.
So he had 3 targets. He caught all 3 of his targets last week, and I think he's the guy to get. AP, we just don't know what's in the tank right now. He didn't go through training camp. How's his conditioning? I mean, he's a stud, but we don't know yet. We got to see where he's at.
So is that the reason why Jeff's not on today? Because his boy Derrick Henry is dead?
Yeah, he's pretty upset about that. I think he has 99% shares of Henry.
Yeah, he was drafting him. He was his number one player. He was drafting him mid-round and getting him, and now he's crushed. So
I mean, it's crushing. He was an MVP candidate.
Yeah, definitely. And then you have the next mess with the Eagles. All right, what are you going to do with that? Because they messed up a lot of people last week.
Yeah,
I had Gainwell in a lot of DFS lineups, and I just don't know. I mean, it was just a 3-headed monster. So what do you?
Yeah, I thought I hit a home run. I actually picked him up in Fishbowl. I didn't think it was possible, but yeah, he was available. Picked him up. I was all excited about it. And meanwhile, Boston Scott comes on in and tears it up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Howard, not to add too, he jumps in there out of absolutely nowhere, out of left field there.
Doesn't he always do that?
He does. Then he'll disappear.
Yeah. So, and then another Jordan Howard like person, you got is Carlos Hyde on your list. Another old bastard that's stealing touches and stealing goal line touches from everybody.
Yeah, it's a Urban Meyer factor. He loves Carlos Hyde. We don't know James Robinson's injury status yet. That's clearly going to be the day-to-day. Doesn't sound serious, but I'd take a look at Hyde if I have an opportunity right now. Because if Robinson does sit, Hyde's going to be the RB1, and he's going to get every carry. Urban Meyer loves that guy.
Yeah, well, he's probably not going to be around much longer after this year anyway. So, and then what are you going to do? Who's next on your list? You got Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson, Jets. We will go into the Mike White experience in a little bit, but Ty Johnson, he's good. He's out of nowhere. Tevin Coleman's been hurt, so he has not been a factor. But Ty Johnson, he had 6 targets, 71 yards, absolute clutch touchdown too.
I didn't know he was that good of a pass catcher.
I didn't realize that either.
He was going to be running in the first part of the downs, and then Carter was going to do the third down roll, but it seemed to go opposite. But Carter's an absolute stud.
Yeah, I've been saying I'm going to take a little mini victory lap about myself here. All off season, I kept saying Michael Carter is going to be good, but he's not going to be good until mid-season. He has to pick it up, and he'll eventually get there. I took advantage of that because after a few weeks, people dropping him left and right in leagues, and I scooped him up all over, and I am firing him up Thursday night.
You got him in fish or no?
Not in fish. Not in fish.
I picked him up in like round 12 or 13 because of you. because you were hyping him. I was like, all right, you know what?
Yeah,
It's too much value here.
that's
And
what
I
it was.
think,
He's not going to be good right away. He's going to pick it up. And now with the way the Jet offense is going, I mean, they look like the 49ers East with the old offense, the way Shanahan ran it. Dinkin and Duncan, short passes, the occasional 15, 20-yard throw. I mean, it was used perfection. And Ty Johnson, Michael Carter are really, really big parts of it.
yeah. What do you think about the Antonio Gibson injury?
It's dangerous. He has not been good this year. We thought he was going to be a stud, and he's been held back by this injury. Right now, they're on the bye week, so maybe he heals up a little bit. But J.Z. McKissick has been a stud, and then you got to look at Jared Peterson. He's been popping up.
Yeah, because
He had 11 carries, 46 yards, and Gibson only had 8.
Yeah, he's not the McKissick isn't the back who's going to be carrying the load. So that might be a good pick to get this week before they come back off the bye. So, what's the role, Mark Ingram?
The pure PPR back. So Mark Ingram is back on the Saints. Who dat? They actually gave him the option to go back, and good for them. So Mark Ingram's coming in. The Saints are going to have to run the ball a lot. Jameis Winston, even though he's dancing on crutches with a torn ACL. Jameis is out. Taysom Hill should be the starting quarterback now. Trevor Siemian, he came in. He played very well.
Yeah.
My only problem is with Taysom Hill is, as we all are aware, he likes the gadget plays. He likes to run it. He likes to steal goal line carries. So that could negatively affect Ingram. But at the same time, when Ingram was a Saint, he had standalone value in PPR, especially PPR, non-PPR, all over the place. So he's the number 2 back. Kamara's the number 1 back. Give him a couple weeks to get back into the offense more so. But I think he's going to be the guy. I think he's going to be back to what he used to be.
And the next guy on the list is one of my all-time favorites, Devonta Freeman. I love that guy. I love him. I always had him. And he's back with the Ravens. And
yep. Yeah, he's back with the Ravens. Latavius Murray's doing his thing there. Devonta Freeman's doing well. You have Tyson Williams, Le'Veon Bell. I mean, it feels like a wasteland of running backs right now in Baltimore, but they're getting their looks. Right now, Murray and Freeman seem to be the guys to go. I'm a little surprised. I mean, they did say, probably manufactured report, but they did say that they were getting trade looks for at least one of the backs, but they're all still there. I'm only adding them in deep leagues or really hurting leagues. If I had Derrick Henry in a 12-team PPR and waiver wire looks like crap, yeah, I'll take a look at him.
All right. So what are you going to break down the Houston backfield? What do you take from that?
So with Ingram gone, everybody is pumping up David Johnson, and Rex Burkhead ends up being the guy to go.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Phillip Lindsay's there. He only had 3 carries. Johnson had 2 carries. Burkhead had 4 rushes, 21 yards, and a touchdown. So, I mean, it's game flow dependent. But the Texans are a hot mess right now. They didn't trade Brandon Cooks, which I'm a little surprised about. I thought they were going to move him. But
by the way,
touch anybody.
NFL trade deadline is horrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's so boring. The baseball deadline is so much better.
Well, the issue is that the NFL trade deadline is. I'll give you an example. The Jets. Marcus May is a free agent at the end of the year. Marcus May can walk, and the Jets could get a conditional 3rd-round pick, give or take. If you trade May right now, what are you going to get? A 3rd-round pick? So you're better off just letting him walk, see what you have, let him play with, veteran presence in the locker room. And that's what all these teams are seeing right now. Hey, if I can't re-sign my guy, I'll just get a compensation pick. So I think that's why, and plus cap space, a lot of teams are tight.
Boring.
So, I mean, there was one trade, I think, in the afternoon. It was the Jets trading for an O-lineman, and they traded their 80th string tight end.
That's ridiculous.
That was exciting.
I was so
trade.
Excited. I was waiting for Marlon Mack to be an RB1 this week, and no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, he was the perfect trade candidate. I personally thought the Titans were going to trade for somebody. I was saying maybe Mike Davis, Trey Sermon with Eli Mitchell really breaking out, but it just didn't happen. So Marlon Mack is going to be stuck in that backfield as a 3rd running back.
So as we go on to wide receivers, is Jameson Crowder really that available?
Yeah, he is.
I
He's a
love
jet
that
receiver.
guy.
He's a
Yeah.
jet receiver. So people just completely left it off. But Mike White, he hit him. 9 targets, 84 yards. And Jamison Crowder threw a touchdown on the Philly special.
Yeah.
So he was not traded. The Jets kept him. Joe Douglas came out today and said, basically, I want to keep all these receivers. I think it's a good veteran presence for these quarterbacks. And I agree. I'd rather keep him at that point. If Crowder walks, you get a compensation pick at the end of the offseason.
Yeah. I obviously it was a great game. I heard. I missed it. I was carrying my son all around the neighborhood, carrying him all around the neighborhood because he's lazy, but he wanted candy. So that was an issue on its own. So is Davonte Parker really available? I mean,
He is.
it's
He is.
rare.
It's a really surprised me when I saw that. Readily. I mean, 56% in ESPN. He had
This seems like too big of a
11
name to be
targets for
on.
85 yards. I mean, he's been injured. Yeah, but he's been injured, but and I think the 4 games he's played, he hasn't seen less roster at this point.
All right. And now your boy, is he still out there, Nico? Only 2% owned.
Nico. He's only 2%. He's a dynasty ad. I wouldn't look at
We're
him
talking
really
about him in
anywhere else.
July.
But right now, yeah, pretty much. But I mean, right now, he's getting better week by week. He caught all 4 of his targets for 55 yards. Potentially might see a quarterback change on Sunday. Maybe Tyrod Taylor gets in there. Davis Mills plays well, so maybe he keeps the role for a little extra week. But dynasty ad, Nico Collins, keeper ad. Nico might be getting better as the year goes on. Rookie quarterback possibly coming in next year. See what happens there.
So does the role of Van Jefferson improve with Deshaun Jackson getting released?
Yeah. Yeah. Initially, when I wrote this article, he wanted to be traded. And the Rams today agreed with him that they were going to release him. So now Van Jefferson will catapult into the number 3 role. And now you might want to look at him like a 12 to 14 teamer.
He was already getting looks. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 targets last week. On that offense, I want every piece of it.
Absolutely. So Rashad Bateman from Baltimore. What do you think about him?
He had a bye week this week, so good possibility he slips through the cracks in the waiver wire. The 2 games he's played, he's seen 6 targets in both games. I think he was tied for the team league last week in targets. So it's getting better as the weeks go on.
I think he could be the number 1 receiver back besides Andrews. I think he can actually be. It seems like he has a good connection with Lamar already.
Mm-hmm. He was highly touted in the off season, and then he hit the injury. So
yeah,
should be good.
What about Will Fuller?
Next,
is he healthy? Is he dead?
Next,
all right.
Maybe next week.
Tajay Sharp.
I mean, I didn't want to put him on here, but with Calvin Ridley taking a break from football right now for personal reasons, Russell Gage didn't have a single catch on Sunday.
You don't have to worry about it. They have Cordella Patterson. That's my man.
Well, exactly. But, I mean, without a single catch by Gage, who the hell is the number 1 receiver? I mean, is it Tajay Sharp, the former Titan?
Pitts?
I mean, Pitts is obvious, but, I mean, Sharp had 6 targets, 58 yards. I still wouldn't add him. But if you're desperate, why not? Probably have 0 catches next week.
All right, so the tight end position. Who you got from the tight ends that you love?
Yeah, emergence of Baby Gronk, Pat Freiermuth from Pittsburgh. Probably mispronounced that name. He caught 4 of 7, 44 yards, a nice touchdown, a little juggle touchdown he had. I streamed him last week, did very well for me. Back-to-back games, he's seen 7 targets. I think he should be rostered a lot more than 6% on ESPN. If you have Darren Waller and you're a little worried about his injury, if you're hurting on tight end, Freiermuth is a pretty good ad right here.
Yeah, Big Ben loves his tight ends. So.
And Ebron's injured, and I would fire up Freiermuth if you need it.
All right, so Dan Arnold.
Yeah, Dan Arnold's getting better every single week. 10 targets, 68 yards. He's definitely worth a speculative ad. It seems like Lawrence is going to go to him more. 2 tight end leagues, super flex potentially, worth a speculative ad. I mean, 10 targets is a lot. to see.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was just traded there, so chemistry is getting better every week.
All right. And what's going on with the Washington Redskins? I've had Seals for a couple of weeks. He's
so
done pretty
Ricky
well.
Seals is he's doing pretty well, serviceable. But the starter is Logan Thomas. He will be coming back potentially next week. I believe he was elevated off IR or they released somebody, one or the other. But he should be back next week. ESPN, he's only 51% rostered. Don't know how that's even possible. But yeah, people just dropping him. Maybe they didn't have the IR spots, but he's worth an ad for sure.
All right, so now we're going to move on to quarterbacks, and I just want to inform everyone here that this guy is drinking the Kool-Aid as a Jet fan. I thankfully missed the game, and I have no hype on this guy at all. But the great Mike White.
What an absolute shock! I mean, you see, I texted you guys at 12:45, and I said I'm not comfortable with the Jet suicide pool, and I said I'm just not comfortable. I'm going to stick with it, but I'm just not comfortable with it. Never in a million years did I expect Mike White to throw over 400 yards, 37 of 45 passes. How is that even possible?
I actually projected.
Plays Thursday night against the Colts.
Yeah, I projected he would throw for 400 yards, but that'd be over like 3 games.
That'd be over an entire season at that rate.
God.
But yeah,
is there anything else on awesome. Is there anyone else out there besides Mike White? Or people going to go nuts for him? If they need it?
I would obviously tamper. I mean, he's not going to be the long-term starter, but hey, if he freaking beats Indy on Thursday, maybe we talk something different. Outside of Mike White, though, keep an eye on the Saints situation with Jameis out for the year. Taysom Hill, who likes to kill running back value, he might be in. If he does not clear concussion protocol, expect Trevor Siemian to get the nod. Saints, apparently, we're talking quarterbacks today. Nothing happened. So keep an eye on that. And then he's on bye this week, but Taylor Heineke, he's doing pretty well. Serviceable for super flex. If you need a second quarterback, he's been doing pretty well.
All right. I didn't see Heineke available in any leagues I'm in, so I'm screwed. But
no, he shouldn't be in the 2 quarterback leagues.
All right, so that's it from the waiver article. Obviously, Nick posts that before most people in the industry, so you guys can get a jump on your desperation moves. All right, so we're gonna go through game by game from here on out. So, Nick, which games do you want to go to first?
Yeah, first we want to get the Thursday night game. It's Jets and Colts. It's gonna be interesting. 2-5 Jets, 3-5 Colts. But can we talk about the spread 10.5 for Indy? I think I'm gonna hit that one right there. 10.5. I think the Jets keep this one close.
Kool-Aid.
Obviously, you're gonna fire up Jonathan Taylor. That's a given. No T.Y. Hilton. So Pittman's a wide receiver 1 against Bryce Hall. Michael Carter, you're gonna fire up. Ty Johnson in a super deep flex potentially would fire up, maybe like a fishbowl setting. Mike White, super flex, 2 quarterback league, I would start him. But yeah, that's all the Jets I would start. Corey Davis is questionable with the hip injury.
What about Crowder then?
Crowder, I would fire up as well as a wide receiver 3-4. Yeah. But yeah, so Davis, Crowder, Pittman, Wentz. Hope he doesn't throw any. Well, I do. I hope he does, but throw any stupid passes. But yeah, that's a Thursday night game.
All right, let's move on. I do not want to talk about Mike White again on this podcast.
Nope, we're done.
We talk about taking the under in the yards, like our special guest in the notes did.
Hey, there he is. There he is.
So yeah, we're going all in on the under. So
yeah.
All right, so Minnesota, Baltimore. What are you doing?
Minnesota, Baltimore. Ravens back off the bye. I think Lamar Jackson picks back up. He's trying to go for that MVP season, see what happens. But I like Baltimore in this one. Fire up Lamar, fire up Mark Andrews. I think Bateman's a nice sneaky flex. Vikings, that play call was absolutely atrocious on Sunday. Atrocious. So, obviously, you're going to fire up your normals. Justin Jefferson should have a nice bounce back, I would hope. And Cousins as well. Thielen's always been good. I wasn't high on him this offseason, but he's really shown to be good.
All right, so next one is Carolina and New England.
Yeah, so last time Sam Darnold played New England saw some ghosts on Halloween. He is in the concussion protocol, so we do not know if he's going to play or not. However, if it's Darnold, if it's PJ Walker against the New England defense, I would not even touch that. The only players I'm playing here are Hubbard and DJ Moore. New England, I'm going to fire up, my usual. Kendrick Bourne has been getting better. Jacoby Myers. The running back situation, Damian Harris has been a locked-in running back every single week. Right now, Brandon Bolden is the PPR flex kind of back. It's hard to trust, but if you need a desperation spot, he's it. But I think the Patriots smash this game.
I hate it. I hate
it.
I wonder what the money line is on Jacoby Myers scoring a touchdown.
Hey, anytime scorer.
Never. He's never scored.
Never. Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore should be playing actually against his former team, so that'd be interesting.
So another thing with that, if Darnold does play, he actually was one of 4 quarterbacks that had 55 or more rushing yards. It was crazy. We had 100 rushing yards from Fields. He had a lot of good extra points in there with these runners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fields had an incredible run too.
So, all right, next game. Cincinnati trying to rebound on Cleveland.
Yeah, that I think. Ooh. Well, Odell Beckham was not traded, contrary to Odell's father posting apparently a video of Odell wide open a lot. I think the Browns are going to start reeling a little bit. Baker's hurt. It's obvious. That is a very painful injury. So we'll see with that.
They're going to feed Chubb then?
Yeah, feed Chubb. Johnson should be fed a little bit. He had a nice touchdown last week. But I expect the Bengals to bounce back in this one. I think Joe Burrow is going to have a field day. I think Jamar Chase has a nice game. I mean, you're going to fire up your usual Bengals, Higgins.
Even Boyd.
Chase.
Boyd had a touchdown. My boy.
Boyd had a touchdown. Boyd, I would trust less of the 3. Higgins is a pretty good number 2. And Chase, obviously, is the 1. So much for not being able to see a football.
Yeah. Higgins has had a big increase in targets the past couple of weeks as well. But Mixon was a stud last week. I fired him up all over the place.
And he's going to continue to be a stud.
Yeah. So you got Dallas playing Denver. Dak
Dallas, Denver
will not be run away from Von Miller.
No, he will not. Von Miller is gone. I saw a fun stat. I think it was 2016. The Rams selected Jared Goff. Ever since they selected Jared Goff, they have not had a first-round pick since. It's almost like they took Goff and said, "Screw it, we don't need to do this anymore. We're hurt by first-round picks."
I'm so surprised the Rams found a draft pick to trade.
I didn't think they had it. I think they have a 5th round pick next year's draft. That 5th round rookie is gonna be very lonely.
God.
But yeah.
So who you liking there? Amari Cooper, maybe?
Yeah, Cooper. I think CeeDee Lamb. I know CeeDee Lamb. Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. The Broncos seem to be almost in a sell-off. I'm hoping Jerry Jeudy picks it back up. A little slow last week. Sutton's there. Noah Fant is now in the COVID protocol. So keep an eye on Albert O. Whatever.
We all know
Albert O. If Fant is out, he should see the starter reps. But Dallas, I think Dak's clearly gonna be back, and you're gonna fire them all up.
And Melvin Gordon had a big game, but he did have a key fumble at the end of the game. And Javonte Williams actually fumbled the play before that too, but they recovered that back.
I'm very surprised Denver didn't trade Gordon today. But then again, they probably didn't want to. They probably just didn't see the value, and they just wanted to keep him because I think he's a free agent at the end of the year anyway.
All right. Next, you got Jacksonville and Buffalo.
Smash spot. Jacksonville's terrible. Buffalo's going to crush them.
14.5 point home dog.
And even in a super flex league, I am very iffy on even starting Trevor Lawrence because he's going to get annihilated by Buffalo. I mean, granted, Buffalo's in Jacksonville. I wouldn't put much stock into them doing anything.
No. And what about on the Bill side?
You're going to obviously fire up Allen, Diggs. I did see that Dawson Knox is he might be back in a couple weeks. So if he was dropping your league, you might want to take a look.
And your boy Gabriel Davis scored.
Gabriel Davis is coming off hot. He's getting there. He's
And
getting there.
Beasley was target
Beasley
hog.
was incredible. Actually, in one of my leagues, he was available in a full point PPR, and I
What?
scooped him up and started him.
Home leagues are beautiful, aren't they? No, they're
I
not.
love it.
They're
I love
not.
it.
They're not.
80% rostered on CBS, and I scooped him right up in a
All
12
right.
teamer.
Miami and Houston.
Ooh, the tank game of the week. I think this is the Miami get right spot. I actually would feel comfortable starting my Texan shares of Brandon Cooks, whoever the quarterback is in a super flex. Miami, I think Davonte Parker goes off. Tua should have a nice game. Maybe Gaskin gets a little get. Kaseki. So I'm firing up most of everybody in that game.
Waddle too. He was Waddle and Parker had multiple tons of targets last week. So Waddle's been, I think he's like the fourth ranked wide receiver so far. It's like crazy. He's on fire.
I hope he's worth the number 2 pick in the draft.
Oof.
I hope Jeff's not here to see that.
Oh, he probably heard that one.
Hey, sorry, Jeff.
All right, next thing you guys, Atlanta and New Orleans.
So we don't know who's starting, obviously, for the Saints. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It's a good time to have Alvin Kamara because I think that he's going to be heavily, heavily involved in the offense. I think Ingram's going to have a little bit of a role as well. Passing-wise, we don't know when Michael Thomas is going to ever come back. I mean, who knows at this point? Saints need receiver help. On the flip side, Atlanta, Ridley's out. Gage did nothing last week. Matty Ice, he's a decent starter if you need a replacement for a bye week. But
the focal point of the offense, Cordell Patterson. I've been saying it all year long.
The ultimate zero running back strategy.
Yeah,
right there.
Absolutely. The guy's old. He's in the league years, and he's still doing it. He's still got the speed, and he seems like he can do any position. Third down, back, wide receiver in the slot. Does it all. I can't talk enough about him, but I don't want to bore everybody and put Nick to sleep with it. So
yeah, and just on a side note, I didn't mention it earlier. This week, the Lions, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and Washington are all on buys.
Okay.
Just to make a quick note on that.
Yeah, and hopefully Russell Wilson will be back next week.
To lose to the Packers, but throw for 400 yards.
That's all that matters. You could start. Well, you could definitely fire up Lockett like we didn't last week, and like probably no one in the industry did.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
All right. So you got Las Vegas and the G-Men.
Giants look good on Monday Night Football. They look really good.
Yeah. I see Giant fans want to get rid of Barkley.
Yeah, Giant should move on trade deadline today. I think Saquon should be back. Maybe Galladay. Maybe Tony came back on Monday night, so he should be fine. Shepard was injured, so that's something to keep an eye on. I mean, I don't know what is going on in the Giants training room. Every receiver gets hurt. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's an ugly situation. But as long as you have Danny Dimes out there catching passes, throwing passes, running for the ball, you don't need anybody else, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they played their asses off against the Chiefs. I mean, props to them.
Yeah, they covered. They screwed me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next thing you guys, the Chargers and the Eagles.
This is the get well spot for Justin Herbert. He got annihilated by Bill Belichick's defense last week. I'm firing up my boy Austin Eckler. Can't wait to see that one. But yeah,
I saw Justin Jackson had a huge run.
He did.
Yeah,
Overinflated the numbers.
Yeah, he definitely does not have the breakaway speed. Yeah, he got caught. But finally, he did something.
He did something right finally.
And who are you going to start with Philly? Devonta Smith has been a letdown. I actually paired him up with Hurts last week, and it literally hurt me. But who are you going to take? You trust Gainwell?
I wouldn't start any of them.
Boston Scott, probably. The safest.
Boston Scott seems to be the safest. I wouldn't trust Jordan Howard at all.
I don't start anybody that's close to my age.
Yeah, it's Eagles are in rough shape right now too. I mean, Jalen Hurts he's good for fantasy. I mean, I've seen a lot of mock drafts of people mocking quarterbacks to them. I mean, they have 3 picks in the first top 10, so why not? I guess.
Yeah, 3 now. They have 3. Wow.
They have 3. Well, if the Jets beat the Colts, it would definitely be 3.
They'll only have 2. They're not going to beat the Colts. Let's not go crazy now. All right. So next thing you got is Green Bay and Kansas City.
That is the game of the week, right there. If Kansas City lost to the,
is it though? Kansas City looks horrible.
If Kansas City loses to, if they lost to the Giants, then they'd be reeling. They would be reeling right now. They have a tough schedule ahead.
I just don't see it. The offense is not producing like people drafted it like it should have.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They gotta get Tyreek Hill involved. But yeah. Get Tyreek Hill involved. Kelsey, what's going on with Kelsey? Get him involved. Get them all going. The Packers have been. What's that?
Yeah, what's going on with the Packers then? I was going to ask.
I mean, they're red hot. They're red hot. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think they said he's like undefeated without Devontae Adams.
You got that lizard guy coming back too, right? The lizard guy.
The Lizard King is back. Adams should be back. Tanyan's out for the year with the ACL. Not like they really use the tight ends that much anyway. But I think the Packers continue rolling. They're on fire right now. Rodgers is on a mission.
Yeah. All right. So Arizona, San Fran.
Arizona's going to pick up. I mean, I think Kyler got hurt, but I wouldn't be too concerned with that. San Fran's okay, but I think Arizona runs all over them.
Yeah. And what about the only backfield for San Fran was Elijah Mitchell. He's
it. He's the main guy.
He's the one guy.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy right now.
Thurman and all these other guys, and this kid's got it. Let me tell you. He crushed his over. His over in rushing yards last week was 71. He had like 138 or something like that. Destroyed it. Easy money.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
So the last game of the week is the Sunday. What was it? Sunday night? Yep.
Sunday night.
Tennessee and the Rams.
Oh yeah, a Derrick Henry-less team. First off, the Rams. Matt Stafford's playing like an MVP level kind of style right now. Cooper Kupp is absolutely on fire. I can't believe I thought Robert Woods was the go-to receiver in the offseason. I do have a couple Kupp shares, which I'm happy about. But Rams right now are the best team in the NFC, I think. I mean, Rams and Packers would be a great championship game.
Yeah, we were all talking in the offseason about doing no wide receivers, just playing chicken with wide receivers. And on all my drafts, like my first wide receiver has been Cooper Kupp. I was getting around 5. And
zero wide receiver strategy paid off right there.
Yeah. So, all right. What else you got? Any more tidbits or anything?
Yeah, no. Waivers tonight. I mean, I'm not going to probably set my waivers for another hour. We're going to be laying in bed, probably falling asleep and forgetting one. But tomorrow morning, just go roster percentage and see if any studs got dropped.
All right.
It's very possible.
All right. This is a quick one today because Nick's half asleep. I'm
half asleep.
And our Karen Power couldn't get out of work. So I just want to say a quick shout out to Jeff's father who's going into surgery tomorrow, serious surgery. Prayers are with you. Hope everything goes well. We love you all. You guys need anything, we're here.
Absolutely.
Anything else to add, Nick? All right.
That's it. We're done.
You can catch him at Nick and Mimi.
Going to be at Mike White after Thursday night, maybe?
Oh, God. No more, man. He's done. All right. I'm at Trader Andy at AMAC22NJ. That's all we got for today. And thanks for stopping by. See you later.
Thanks, guys. See you later.